We're just constantly visualizing and imagining what we don't want. What do you want? And what are you envisioning it for yourself? Dream big for yourself. Because what is the point in not dreaming big? Hello, I am so happy that you're here. I want to share with you a more personal story today. It's something that happened recently, and the story behind it is pretty insane. So you may or may not have seen me talk about some of this on social media, but not long ago, really recently, we bought a house. And we've been on this house journey for a really long time. So this story that I want to share with you is about how to visualize what you want, and how visualizing what you want, how you can bring it into your reality in so many incredible, miraculous ways. And just in general, sharing with you the power of visualization and how it's really transformed my life. So we went and had a look around this property, and I was like, oh my gosh. So when I was a teenager, I would vividly visualize building my dream house when I was older. And I would fall asleep at night, like walking around this place. I'd walk down the drive, walk in the front door, go around the kitchen, go upstairs into the bedroom. Like I would just spend all this time wandering around, envisioning what it would all look like over and over again. Like practically every night I would visualize this. I mean, not just as a teenager, like as like in my 20s, in my 30s, like I visualized this house all the time. I would go to this house all the time. And so in my mind, when I would be visualizing it, the driveway, it was like a long driveway, and the garden and stuff was kind of like off to the right. And then there was kind of like a fountain or something in the middle. And then I always used to imagine like an old lamp, like these lamps with like the lanterns off it. I mean, I wouldn't have this now if I was designing something now, but as a teenager, that's just always what I envisioned. And we got down there and down the drive. And after a little while, it dawned on me, this drive is exactly like the one I used to picture in my mind. It even has a little fountain in the middle. It even has the lamp, the way I imagined the lamp being. And I was like, this is so crazy. And I said to Kellen, this is literally how I pictured a house when I was like growing up. Like, this is the driveway. And then it had a lot of land. It's got 7.5 acres. We were looking for a lot of land. It had a large pond. It had a stream running through it. And I was like, and it was also walking distance to a pub, which is one of the other things that was on our checklist, that it was walking distance to some kind of like restaurant or pub or something. And I was like, this literally checks every single box we've had. And not only that, the location was just absolutely perfect for us. We wanted something more in the countryside, but not too far away from like everywhere else. And when I was like younger, I'd drive home from school. I used to drive down this road, and there was a point on the road that I would get to. It was like I kind of came up the top of a hill, and then I would look out over the countryside, and I always had this like overwhelming feeling of like peace, and just like an overwhelming, something like almost like an overwhelming sense of like peace, and like as if I was just home. And the house is literally on this road. And so I feel like if my soul literally physically could use words to tell me something, it would say, Carrie, this is where you're meant to buy a house. Like, sometimes we feel like things in life aren't going the way we want. Sometimes we're like, why is this happening? Like, why? What is going on here? Like, why? And we feel like disheartened about things, when actually the universe actually does have our back. Like, thanks Gabrielle Bernstein for that saying. The universe does actually have our back, and it's working in our favor, but sometimes we just don't think it is. Sometimes we just don't know, because we can't see the full picture. We can't see the way, and we're just seeing this tiny little aspect and being like, how are you here serving me? Like, how are you, what is the point of you right now? What is this? And I just think like sometimes in life, it's interesting how the universe, like, or whatever, call it what you want, like how it all just shows up, and how everything led to this point of like buying this property and being able to now hopefully build our dream home there, and it being exactly how I had envisioned in my mind when I was growing up. And I think there's obviously so many different lessons that I learned in this whole experience, but one of them is like really the power of visualizing what you want, The power of getting clear on what it is that you want and immersing yourself in it. And when I look back at all the amazing things that I have manifested in my life, they all started with a vision I held for myself. Like, it wasn't like one day I just became a Hay House author and I never held a vision for that. I held a vision for it. I held the vision for that exact thing to manifest in my life. And it took years and years to manifest. And it was, my goodness, the woman getting a book out of me was just a very hard process. Like, I mean, it was a big battle with myself to write that book and to overcome my immense amount of imposter syndrome and to feel worthy of writing a book. It felt like climbing a mountain. Like, it was a huge battle for me. But I got there with it, but I held the vision for it. So I wanted to share this story with you of me manifesting this house, but my point is, my thing I want to reflect back to you is, what is the vision or the visions you are holding for yourself? Like, what are they? And trusting that somehow these visions are going to come to pass. Someone told me about a guy called, oh my gosh, what is his name? I can't remember his name. Anyway, this person whose name I will remember and put in the show notes for you. And he talks all about visualization and the power of visualization, and that, like, literally our ability to visualize what we want is how we create and how we manifest our future. And he talks about the fact that we're doing it all the time, but it's just, what are we visualizing most of the time? Things that we don't want. But he talks about, like, the power of us being able to visualize, even, for example, like holding a tennis ball. Like, if you visualize for a moment what it would feel like to hold a tennis ball in your hands, and you imagine the fuzziness of the ball, and what it weighs, you can feel it in your hand. Now imagine you're holding a golf ball. It's smaller, it's heavier, it's plastic, it's got little holes on it. Like, you can feel the golf ball in your hand. Now imagine holding a baseball. It's heavy, feel the leather, the stitches in it, and you can feel it in your hand. And like, if I said to you, imagine that right now there's a slice of lemon in front of you, pick it up, put it in your mouth and bite your teeth into the lemon. And my mouth has started salivating already. Your mouth has probably started salivating too. Like, our ability to visualize and experience things before we've actually manifested them is unbelievable. We all have the power to visualize. We all have the power to decide what we want. But the reality is, most of the time, most people are visualizing and stuck on what they don't want. But, like, we all know this. I mean, if you've watched The Secret or read The Secret, like, which is not necessarily the be all and end all, but it's a powerful thing of the mind doesn't know the difference between positive and negative. So if you say, I don't want this, it's like, I was talking to someone about this earlier, and she said, it's like me telling you not to imagine a pink elephant. You can't help but a pink elephant just pops into your mind, because the mind doesn't know the difference between don't do this and do this. So it's like, all the time we're telling ourselves, we're thinking about what we don't want, and we're just constantly visualizing and imagining what we don't want, for so many of us. And so it's just like, actually, what do you want? And what are you envisioning it for yourself? I really love immersing myself in these visions. Like, even now, for example, especially now we've bought this place and we're gonna, put plans together for building a dream home. I'm literally all the time now falling asleep at night, imagining walking around this house, imagining what it's going to be like. I am like off in this house all the time. It's already built. It's already a done deal. Like, I can already feel how it's going to feel. And I'm envisioning all sorts of other things. And it's like, I'm constantly envisioning what I want for myself. So are you, and how immersed in this are you? How often do you come back to this? And I know everyone has different ways of doing things, but for me personally, this has always played such a big part in my life. And I think since I really, really got serious about personal development and mindset work, and took it to another level back in 2011, like, it's just really visualizing what I want, and staying connected to those visions has really helped me to keep going, even when it's been really hard, even when it's been challenging, even when I've been like, what the bloody hell is going on right now? Even when I felt so close to wanting to give up, I just keep coming back to my vision, and I keep envisioning it and keep connecting with, this is what I want for my life. This is what I want to achieve. This is how I want to feel. And I keep coming back to that place. So I just wanted to share this story with you for, one, just to say, really decide what you want and visualize it and dream big for yourself. Because what is the point in not dreaming big? What is the point in not giving yourself permission to have the things that you want to have? So visualize it and then have fun playing around with this. Like, again, I was talking to someone earlier, we were talking about how we just like play around with this. And she was telling a story of something that she wanted to see. She gave herself, she was like, she wanted to see something very specific, a very specific sign. And she just was looking out for it. She was thinking, where the heck am I going to see this around where I live? And then she ended up like going online or something, I think, and then ended up seeing an article or something with the thing in that she wanted to see. And I have experiences like that where I'll ask for a sign to see something like a white butterfly. Once I did it with a white butterfly and I wanted to see a white butterfly, and I went on a walk and I was like, where's the white butterfly? I gave myself 24 hours to see it. And then I remember it getting really close to the 24 hours and I went on this random website because I was looking for someone up, and there on the website was the white butterfly, and I thought, oh, there you are. I didn't expect to see you on a website. And I do it all the time. Like my dad, when I was a teenager, bought me a book about cosmic ordering, and so we cosmic order things, and we would, I still do to this day, cosmic order parking spaces, cosmic order to find a piece of lost jewelry, cosmic order for whatever it is. I'm blooming cosmic order for it. And I just enjoy having fun playing around with the power that I have, that all of us have, to manifest. And I love learning about it. I love reading about it. Like the book called The Game of Life and How to Play It. Like, such a great book. And it's like, I love taking these concepts and these ideas and recognizing that we are all such powerful creators and powerful manifestors, but most of the time we're not tapping into our power. And so play around with it, have fun with this, see it like it is a game, and just see like, how can my life change if I like really get into visualizing this? Like, how can my life change if I start actually cosmic ordering for things and just play with it? I know that you probably got loads of stories if you do this stuff already. I would love for you to come and tag me in them or send me a DM on Instagram so I could share them, because I think it's so inspiring when we all see and hear these things of like, yes, this is possible. Yes, we can do it. And when we do it, we get into the habit of doing it, our life starts to expand and expand and expand, and it's actually incredible. So there it is. Visualize and vision what you want. Get so connected to that vision. Experience it. See it. Feel it. Really experience it over and over again. Just become so immersed in it, and it's so much fun to do anyway. I mean, who doesn't want to sit there? I mean, before I became really financially successful, I would really envision that success and what it would feel like and what I would do with that money, and I would just really sit in that vision of knowing that that was going to be my reality, until it just felt like it was the next logical step, and then it became the next logical step, and then it was my reality. So visualize it, and have fun doing it. So I really hope you've enjoyed this episode. Come and share your stories with me on Instagram at I am Carrie Green or at Female Entrepreneur Association. I always love hearing them, and I would love to share some of them, especially on this topic. So that'll be really, really fun. If you haven't left me a review for the She Means Business Show, but you enjoy listening to it every week, then I would absolutely love it if you could over on iTunes, on the Apple Podcast, because it will help lots more people to discover this. So yes, thank you, and I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next week for another episode of the She Means Business Show. Bye.